Hello and welcome to our Essential Oil Origins class. My name is Caroline Lee. I'm really excited to teach you a little bit tonight about the origins of essential oils. Where do they come from? How do we use them, and how do we distill them and use them for our bodies and for our health? So if you're joining me through the event and you're able to communicate with me directly, go ahead and say hello in the comment sections. I do have a free ebook that I'm going to give you if you participate in the class tonight. If you're viewing this through my YouTube channel, don't worry. You can still contact me and request that free ebook, and I'll make sure that you get some wonderful reviewing of what we're going to talk about tonight through that ebook opportunity. So a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Caroline Lee. I'm a diamond in doTERRA within their organization. And I've spent the last 7 years teaching people about using essential oils because, frankly, I had such an amazing experience helping my family and their health and their emotional well-being that I just couldn't keep it quiet. And so that's actually why we decided to share doTERRA, was to really educate people about the hope and the possibility that essential oils can bring into your lives. And we often invite people to be that solutions provider in their own home. That's what we're really passionate about. So one of the things that you can do to become that solution provider is to attend some of these classes. So this is a wonderful way to learn more about essential oils, and the more that you know, the more that you can do something and feel confident in using essential oils. So this is my sweet little family. It's the reason that I go out and I teach people about essential oils. All right, so we're going to talk about where essential oils come from and how they are made. We often hear that essential oils are natural or they're the gift from the earth, but what does that actually mean? Where do the essential oils really come from, and how are they made? Today we're going to answer some of these questions as we discuss the true origins of essential oils and then the process of creating an essential oil from beginning to end. Depending on the type of plant and the structure, essential oils can be found in several parts of the plant. For example, in some plants, the essential oil can be found within the flowers, while other plants contain essential oils in the leaf or the bark. So peppermint and basil are great examples of that. If I were to rub my finger on the leaf of the basil plant or the peppermint, my finger will come away with some of the essential oil and will smell. And that is where you get peppermint or basil. Now, regardless of where an essential oil is found within a plant, essential oils are known to play an important role in plant life because they can perform many functions. In many cases, essential oils give the plant its aroma, which we love, right? And in addition to giving the plant a distinct smell, essential oils can have defensive properties that protect the plants by keeping insects and herbivores away. Essential oils can also play an important part in plant pollination and the reproductive processes of a plant, and can even help a plant heal itself when it's injured. Have you ever seen a tree get scarred and so stuff oozes out? So that's kind of what's happening right there. Keep in mind, not all plants produce essential oils, and not all essential oils found in plants will hold meaningful benefits. However, with such a wide range of plants and plant parts to choose from, there are still plenty of sources that produce useful essential oils with significant benefits. Now that you understand where essential oils come from, you might begin to wonder, how does an essential oil get from a plant to the bottle? Well, it's relatively easy to know where to find the essential oils. It requires a delicate scientific process to grow and care for the plant, extract the oil, and process it properly so that it can be useful. Extracting essential oils from their plant part is a delicate process. While there are several methods for successfully extracting the essential oil from a plant and then preparing it for use, each method has one thing in common. It requires extreme caution and care. Because plants and plant parts are so delicate, careful planning and precision are necessary to extract high-quality essential oils. The process of taking essential oils from their plant parts and preparing them for effective use can be considered as much as an art form as it is a scientific process because of the attention to detail and the exactness it requires. Producing high-quality essential oils also requires a thorough knowledge of the plants being used and proper distillation methods. Most importantly, it requires substantial care and attention to every single stage of the process, as cutting corners at any phase will result in lower quality essential oils. So not all essential oils are going to be created equal. It's important to note that due to the variations in the product of the production process, not all essential oils are going to be created equal because of that. Every element of the production process can make an impact in the quality of the oil, from planting and growing methods to how the oil is extracted and distilled, and so on. Some companies may add synthetic fillers or take shortcuts during the production process to cut down the time and to save money. However, in the end, this lowers the quality of their oil. When essential oils are produced with extreme care, the natural benefits of the plants are preserved, making the essential oil more beneficial and useful for us. High quality essential oil also provide peace of mind when it comes to using regularly with your family and incorporating into your daily life. And for me, this was extremely important. Before using essential oils, it is best to have an understanding of how the oils were produced and if the oil contains any synthetic ingredients or fillers. Now, doTERRA does not believe in adding any synthetic fillers to their essential oils or in cutting corners to save time or money during the essential oil production process. To ensure that essential oils remain pure and that every precaution is taken during each step of the production process, doTERRA has instituted strict production standards, and we know it as CPTG, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade Protocol. This quality control process helps ensure that any essential oil produced by doTERRA is going to be that high quality, it's going to be safe for use, and it's going to provide the maximum benefit possible. Now, there are several factors that we want to use to determine the quality of essential oil. And because of the complexity of the chemical structure, essential oils are very delicate and can be easily altered by several factors. It's really important to understand this. The composition of an essential oil can be influenced by the environmental factors that may alter the livelihood of the plant, such as, the weather conditions, if it's super wet, rainy or super dry. And the temperature, is it going to be, is it a really cold winter or a cold spring or a warm, we have to look at all of those things. While these are several uncontrollable factors that can influence the quality and the composition of the essential oil, many things can be done to preserve the potential compounds extracted from part plants. For example, carefully choosing the geographical location and the specific climate for planting, growing, and harvesting plants can influence the quality of the essential oil. Other factors like distillation methods, the amount of time it takes to extract the essential oil from its plant part, can also influence the preservation of the potency and the benefit of the essential oil. Because there are so many uncontrollable factors when it comes to growing plants and producing essential oils, it really becomes important to employ planting and precision when it comes to controllable factors of the delicate process. So this is probably one of the most important things that I looked at when I was looking at essential oils. So let's discuss the actual process for which essential oils are made. This starts with the planting itself and growing. Then we're going to move into harvesting and what is all involved in that. And then we're going to move on to distillation. So producing a high quality essential oil is a detail-oriented process. And this really starts with choosing quality land, soil, and seeds. Growers must consider these factors as well as the climate for geographic location, the best time of the year to plant, and much more. Now, for example, in the region of Reggio de Calabria in Italy, they have a long sanctuary of growing bergamot fruit due to its unique climate and soil. In fact, this area is so optimal for growing bergamot that it is the only area on the earth where the fruit is grown. And because Reggio di Calabria is close to the ocean, the acidity soil and the fresh air from the sea help develop the strength and strengthen the bergamot trees, which allows them to produce the best fruit of bergamot essential oil. Regardless of the geographic location, plant type, or oil being produced, it is important to know that plants are carefully planted, cared for, and closely watched by knowledgeable growers and farmers. And when the best method for planting and growing and sustaining healthy plants are used, it really contributes to a higher quality essential oil in the end. Now let's talk a little bit about harvesting. After the plants have been carefully planted and maintained, they must be harvested at the optimal time to help preserve the delicate chemistry of the essential oil in the plant. Just as fruit and vegetables taste best when they're picked at the peak of ripeness, plants used to produce essential oils must be harvested at the right time in order to optimize the chemical profile of the oil and to produce as much of the oil as possible. Preserving the chemical composition during the harvesting process will help the oil to retain its potency and its power. Peak harvest time will vary depending on your plant. Sometimes it takes years for harvesters to determine the perfect harvest time for an essential oil production. But after enough research, harvesters can narrow down the peak times to the season and even the time of day. We're going to see a little bit of that in just a minute. Now, preserving the chemical profile, the plant's ability or necessity to make an essential oil will really depend on the season and the season in which the plant is harvested for the essential oils to be an influence by the precipitation, the rain, right? Or the lack of, right? The presence of insects and the condition of the soil, the amount of sunlight, and much more. The chemical profile of an essential oil within a plant is seriously impacted by the particular season and even the time of day as the plant goes through several stages of blossoming and ripening and maturing. For example, the flowers of the jasmine plant are used to produce a potent essential oil with a lovely aroma. We're going to show a video about that in just a second. But once the flower blossom, it doesn't take very long for them to lose their aromatic compounds. So it really becomes crucial that they are harvested at the right time in order to preserve the chemical profile. Now, the flowers must be harvested early in the morning before the buds have time to fully open. Even waiting an hour too long will cause the important chemical contents to be lost. And so that really is truly amazing when people have been studying how the plants work, when the peak time for harvesting comes to play. It's really fascinating. So let's watch a short video about jasmine in particular and about the harvesting process.
We start the plucking every day in the morning around 6 o'clock and it goes up to 11:30 or 12 o'clock. This has bloomed yesterday evening. This will bloom this evening. This will be tomorrow evening. Then this will be day after tomorrow. This will bloom next 4th day. This will bloom 5th day. This is growing So it keep on growing like this. My father is growing flowers for the last 50 years. So initially, our flowers were sold in our market. Then slowly, after my studies, I thought of doing some business with existing raw material which my father grows. So then we planned to start a factory. We started this in 1985. In our factory, we have more than 36 employees.
So if you're watching this live or in the event, go ahead and give me a shout out. Like, what did you find fascinating about how they're harvesting jasmine? Um, just so that I know you're watching this video. So again, once the proper harvesting time has been determined, like they showed in the video, harvesting a plant part and to prepare it for the essential oil production is really a labor-intensive process, and it requires careful technique. Plant parts can be removed by hand, just like it was shown in the video, or with tools. However, manual harvesting is usually the preferred method because it helps the harvester avoid bruising or damaging the plant cells that contain the essential oil. Removing the part plants by hand can also allow specific sections containing the essential oils to be removed from the plant without damaging the rest of the plant. This allows the non-harvesting part of the plant to maintain good health and regrow new parts quickly and effectively so that it can be used in the future. For many essential oils, manual labor and removing part plants by hand is still in practice. But in many cases, technology has allowed us for mechanical harvesting methods that allow harvesters to gather parts quickly while causing the minimal damage to the part plants. Now, once harvested, plants can be wilted or dried to preserve the chemical components. The chemical makeup of an essential oil can vary between the living plant and the harvested plant part. By beginning the distillation process as quickly after the harvest as possible, the chemical profile will remain as similar to the live plant material as possible. So you saw them load it up on the truck and get it over to the distillery. So it's really important to do that. So after proper harvesting, plant parts are transported to that distillery where the essential oil is extracted. And like the harvest process, the distillation process is very delicate and must be given extreme care and attention to detail in order to retain the benefits and properties of the essential oils. Now, while there are several forms of distillation, the main objective for the distillation process really is to separate the essential oil from the plant part and to make it into a usable oil. Most common types of essential oil extraction are the steam distillation and expression. These are organic processes that allow the aromatic compounds to be gently separated from the rest of the plant while preserving the potent and delicate chemical components of the essential oil. Now, steam distillation, as its name suggests, the process of a steam distillation uses heat, steam, pressure to separate the essential oil from the plant parts. With this technique, pressurized steam is circulated throughout the plant material, pulling the oil from the plant part, where it is then carried away by the steam. Once the steam settles and cools, the oil naturally separates from the water, making it easier to collect the essential oil. Isn't that cool? Now, expression, or what we call cold compressing, is another popular distillation method for creating essential oils. However, unlike steam distillation, expression does not use heat to extract the oils from the part plant, but it uses precise mechanical pressure to release the oil. Expression is often referred to as cold pressing because it doesn't use heat or steam like the other methods. Due to the nature of the expression process, it is typically used to produce citrus essential oils, as cold pressing is useful for extracting essential oils from the rinds and the peels of the citrus fruit. So the lemon, the grapefruit, the lime, those kind of fruits. Now, during the expression process, fruit is placed in the machinery where it's first grated with a rough cylinder that cuts up the peel's surface. As the peel of the fruit is grated, microscopic sacs of the essential oils are then released, and water is sprayed over the fruit to collect the essential oil that has escaped. With the essential oil now mixed with water and pieces from the fruit peel, the oil must be isolated from the other elements. Now, this isolation is done through a process of filtering and centrifuge, which separates the pure essential oil from any of the water or the other particles that came loose during the grating process. Now, once the essential oil has been extracted and separated from its part plant, it must be tested to ensure its safety and its quality. Now, the testing process can help remove any of the impurities, contaminants, and prepare the oil for safe and effective use. Now, this really is what I think is one of the most important things to understand when you're using essential oils, because there's nobody that regulates essential oils. So understanding people's testing where they determine the quality and the potency is really important. So once the essential oils have been carefully distilled, they need to go undergo thorough testing to ensure, again, the I can't even talk, purity and potency, because being packaged for final use, that becomes really important to know, right? Quality testing measures help make sure that the pure volatile compounds found in the essential oils are not only preserved throughout the packaging process, but the compounds appear in the proper amounts for the maximum efficiency. There are several tests that essential oils must undergo to ensure the quality. However, main goals of the quality assurance testing are to verify the potency and ensure purity. So quality control testing. So we're going to talk about verifying potency. This helps identify the chemical composition of the essential oil and determine the potency and the properties of the essential oils. Now, ensuring the purity helps ensure the oil is free of harmful contaminants or synthetic compounds. Contaminants and synthetic fillers, it can alter both the chemical and physical element of the oil. Now, that will decrease the efficiency of the oil and even have dangerous effects. So testing also allows the essential oil producer to check for any adulterations in the oil. Now, adulteration is the addition of synthetics or natural components that is designed to lower the price of the essential oil. This is where the cutting corner happens. But when they do that, it lowers the quality and the safety of the oil, as it is the potent is really altered by the physical and the chemical properties of the oil. And this can even cause you to have adverse effects when you use the products. So again, it's really important. Testing and quality assurance will vary from company to company, but it's really important to understand what the company that you're using, how they are testing the oils. Just like not all essential oils are created equal, not all essential oil companies will use rigorous testing to ensure the safety and quality of their oils. And unlike some properties and industries, really there's no regulatory body that oversees the safety and the levels of quality when it comes to essential oils. This means that each company or essential oil producer must take upon it themselves to verify potency and ensure purity before packaging the oils for consumers. Now, doTERRA uses Aromatic Plant Resource Center, or APRC, as their third-party tester. And so they do test there, and then during the once that passes the test, then you're going to be part of the CPTG quality protocol, which is the certified pure therapeutic grade. So doTERRA then conducts several rounds of testing on each batch of their essential oil to ensure its safe potential and it meets the standards that we expect is an oil from doTERRA. So we're going to watch really quickly some of how doTERRA does some of their testings.
So
what to expect.
When we talk about quality, it's not always about what testing you're doing. You have to look at the whole process and what that means collectively. And I believe that doTERRA does that better than anyone else.
doTERRA is the best company in the industry right now. I mean, they're the leaders. I mean, there's no one that's really coming close to doing what they're doing. I haven't seen anything like it in my 20 years of being in this industry, of a company going to the lengths that they go to secure the best oil in the world.
doTERRA's commitment to quality starts well before the plants are even distilled. Through our co-impact sourcing, the CPTG process starts then. And then it goes through a three-tiered testing process that starts with outside labs and finishes off inside the company here, and then continues on after the bottles are sold.
We do several layers of testing, including GCMS, optical rotation, specific gravity, refractive index, chiral testing, carbon-14, probably more extensive than just about any lab out there.
I've been doing research with essential oil for about 15 years now. So I've worked with a lot of oils and a lot of tests. And the one thing that I've noticed consistently is that unless you're starting with an oil that has a consistent quality, you're not going to get good results.
You know, a lot of our oils are used in aromatherapy or topical use. So we want to make sure that we do not only make a product that's effective, but it's also going to be safe. And that's why we do a thorough analysis to look at the composition to make sure that it is safe. But at the same time, we also go ahead and do skin irritation testing, which is also called as the RIP testing or repeat insult patch testing, to make sure that when you apply it on topically, it's not irritating to your skin.
To a wellness advocate, we always keep them in mind, and we talk about it in our training. And what matters is that the details matter. You know, quality is in the details, and so because we're so passionate and so detailed, we're sure not to miss those things that are going to make the difference between just an okay product and a great product.
We stand behind our quality processes because we have the most in-depth and knowledgeable staff. We have set the standard for what the quality process should be. The testing knowledge that is gained as well as passed on each bottle is, you cannot measure.
One of the things that I've recognized about the quality of essential oils and the testing is that it's a dynamic environment. It's changing. And this is why it's so important that doTERRA leads the front, that doTERRA is developing and processing and coming up with new ways, new opportunities to prove out the quality of essential oils, and frankly, in a way that no other company is able to do as we continue to grow, as we continue to expand throughout the world. I'm proud to say that doTERRA has made that commitment and will not waver or deviate from that.
So I know I have some other people out there that need more information or they want to learn more about the testing process. And so here are a couple of links. You can take a screenshot of this and then go follow these links and learn more about the testing procedures that doTERRA is involved in. So now that we've tested the oil, what happens once it's completed? Once an essential oil batch has been thoroughly tested to ensure that it's pure, that it's potent, and it doesn't contain any fillers or contaminants that would lower the quality or the safety of the oil, it really is time to package the oil final for consumer use. Like many of the other steps in the essential oil process, production process, packaging is really an important element which comes to preserving the quality and the purity of the oil. And when an oil has been tested and approved for use, it is funneled into a glass bottle and securely sealed with a cap and a lid. Now, typically an essential oil bottle will be dark shade or even tinted glass in order to protect the essential oil and its chemical constituents from sunlight and other sources of UV radiation that really can alter the efficiency of the oil. Any plastic elements used in the packaging, example like the lids or the caps, must be made from the highest quality of plastic to help prevent any erosion of the plastic over time, and it's come in contact with the essential oil. Now, after the oil is funneled into the glass bottle and securely sealed with a cap, a label is applied to provide users with an expiration date and any other important information about application. Now, once an oil has been tested, packaged, and properly labeled, it is really ready for anyone who wants to experience the benefits of purity and potence at that high quality standard that doTERRA has to offer. So I really love the fact that they do put the expiration date, they do put on the usage, whether you could take it internally or whether it's a topical or aromatic essential oil on the label. So it's very important to make sure that you make sure your bottles are sealed properly and that you pay attention to what's on the label and how to use it. Now let's talk about responsible sourcing and production. Responsible sourcing and production is actually really crucial for doTERRA. Because we're such a large company, we really are passionate about this. So just as crucial as planting, growing, harvesting, and distilling and testing are for producing high quality essential oils, possibly the most important part of a successful essential oil production is really having reliable, experienced partners every step of the way. And really, there are several ways to take a plant and turn it into useful essential oil. However, cutting corners or skipping steps at any point in the production process will ultimately lower the quality of the oil. We mentioned that several times already in this class. While each step of the production process is delicate and really important, it's even more important to have a reliable botanical network and a fine-tuned system for producing the most pure and potent essential oil. Now, the key to establish a successful system for producing that high-quality essential oil that we've come to love is to employ responsible sourcing and production practices at every step, and from the planting of the seed all the way to the packaging of the bottle. So what happens if a producer cuts corners during the production process, when it involves a doTERRA essential oil? As we discussed, each phase of the production process must be carried out with extreme care and attention to the detail and exactness. If any of these steps are skipped or altered to save time or money, it can lower the quality of the oil. And remember, that is doTERRA's commitment. So each step of the oil production is vital to the quality and efficiency of the oil. So when essential oil producers take shortcuts, they are unable to guarantee the quality, the safety, or efficiency of the final product. A low quality essential oil can have potentially dangerous or adverse effects on an individual during use, and will not contain the same benefits and properties of an essential oil that has been treated with care from the beginning to end. So we want to build a network of professionals. So in order for it to be successful and we are consistently producing that high quality essential oil, it really takes a network of professionals who can effectively and responsibly care for the plant parts and the oils in each step. So then we are also going to talk about, the growers and the distillers that are found. So in many cases, there are part plants used to use essential oils that can also be found in all areas of the world. And some plants grow better in certain places due to climate and soil and weather patterns, which allow for better essential oil productions in the end. By utilizing the knowledge and the talents of local growers in the areas around the world, it becomes easier to produce a high quality essential oil. Now, some families have been growing plants used for essential oils several generations, like in the jasmine video. And they know exactly how to handle the plant, the growing, the harvesting of the plant in order to produce a higher quality essential oil. Having knowledgeable growers really can make all the difference when it comes to producing quality plants that contain the pure essential oils. Now you can look at all the, this shows you on the map some of the different places that we get our essential oils from and some of the unique facts that go along with it. But we also want to have professional working the distillers and the distilleries. So oftentimes those plants are grown and then they are also distilled by the same group of people. And in any case, wherever it is, it's really important that the distillation process is carried by seasoned professionals who understand the delicate nature of distillation. Distillers must have an understanding of obviously the machinery, the specific plant parts and the proper temperatures, the best time to distill, and other details that are crucial to producing a batch of quality essential oil. Then we also have the scientists. So with the help of qualified scientists, research professionals, an essential oil producer really can use cutting-edge technology to ensure that the essential oil is free from contaminants and is safe to apply aromatic, topical, and doTERRA's internal use. And it contains the proper chemical constituents necessary to offer the maximum benefit, because we really want the essential oil to work like we expect it to work. So not only are we working with the skilled scientists to help ensure the safety and enforce quality control, but we will provide valuable information about the essential oil, their chemical profiles, and most innovative ways to produce a high quality product. So it's really fun. You can find the aromatic, how am I going to make sure I want to say that correctly? It's the Aromatic Plant Research. Yes, the Aromatic Plant Research Center, or APRC. You can find them on Facebook and you can actually follow their education. Like they have lots of education when it comes to the quality control that they do, the safety, but the chemical profiles. They really talk a lot about that. So that's a really fun website through Facebook that you can follow. I do believe they have other avenues, but the Facebook is the one that I'm the most familiar for. Now, establishing a network of professionals who really care for an essential oil from the moment the seed is planted all the way up to the harvesting and distilling and testing really can only result in a really high essential oil. And that's really what we want to create, right? We want to make sure that we have that. So unfortunately, not all essential oil companies, I know we keep going back to this, follow the processes that focus on producing the highest quality of oil. Some of them are cutting costs and they're trying to save time so then they can get it out. But this caused several problems in the essential oil industry, including unfair treatment and payments of growers. The practices are damaging to the environment. They're skipping crucial steps during the testing and more. Now, when an essential oil company employs responsible practices from sourcing all the way through the testing, it not only allows for fair treatment of the professional growers, the distillers, and the scientists, but it really ensures that the quality of essential oils is protected and preserved during each phase of the production process. So we're going to watch a little bit more about the network that doTERRA has when it comes to producing a high quality essential oil.
doTERRA essential oils have a profound impact on our health and wellness, but the impact of how and where they're sourced goes beyond a drop of oil. First, we search the globe to identify the best plant material, harvested and expertly distilled for oil potency and quality. Many of our essential oils come from countries facing economic and environmental challenges. This provides a unique opportunity for doTERRA to produce the highest quality essential oils while also doing good in a sustainable way. We call this co-impact sourcing. Through this approach, we are creating jobs and improving incomes in countries where they are much needed. Developing long-term partnerships with artisan small-scale growers and distillers around the world. These partnerships transform the playing field for growers to improve their production and establish stable prices, trustworthy long-term buying. Helping growers organize themselves into cooperatives to achieve common goals and higher quality while ensuring farmlands are preserved and passed on to future generations. These cooperatives also ensure growers receive fair and on-time payments in favorable installments held throughout the year. In these areas, doTERRA's Healing Hands Foundation is funding the construction of schools, health clinics, cooperative buildings, water systems, and more to empower growers, their families, and communities today and tomorrow. Through co-impact sourcing, doTERRA is improving lives and providing hope to people in desperate need of opportunity. Through this approach, we ensure the long-term supply of the best plant materials to consistently deliver the highest quality products. So it's more than just a drop of oil in your hand. It's a catalyst for impacting many lives.
So if you're watching this live, just go ahead and put in the comments, you know, something that you learned about that video. I personally, I love the fact that we're making a difference all over the world. When I buy an oil, I know that I'm helping the growers. I'm helping, you know, the people that are starting from seed all the way through the testing process. And it gives me a lot of confidence about the quality and the dedication that doTERRA has to making sure that we really do have the best and the safest product. So I really want to let you know that, you know, what doTERRA does to avoid some of the common pitfalls that come with the growing and the distilling in the essential oil industry. They've, you know, they really created that botanical network that can support the consistent demand of doTERRA's oils while using safe, responsible practices. Now, while some companies choose to buy their own plots of land where they can grow plants necessary for producing essential oils, doTERRA chooses to rely on the expertise of growers and distillers around the world, and many of whom have decades of experience with specific plants. Not only does the experience of these growers and distillers help improve the quality of doTERRA's essential oils, but as we've discussed, many plants simply grow better in certain climates and geographic locations. So definitely, I think it's really important to understand all the different facets that come with the essential oils and what you're truly getting out of that bottle. Now, co-impact sourcing is one of my favorite things about doTERRA. We're not trying to get the, you know, the cheapest quality essential oil and like cut out the, you know, and the bottom line price and just get the oil produced as the cheapest price. So doTERRA really is committed to making a difference in that. And if you've not had a chance to go onto doTERRA's YouTube channel and or on my YouTube channel and watch some of the co-impact sourcing and really all the amazing things from schools to water to even giving them their own land so they can produce more in their local area. They're really making a difference from, you know, really, you know, from the seed to the bottling process. Oh, I do want to add with this one, it really is, let's see. No, you know what? I think I covered that pretty good. I'm not going to say anything more about that one. All right. From beginning to end, producing essential oil is really a delicate and a tedious process. Hopefully you feel more confident now that we've gone through that process. You kind of know really what is all involved in a high quality essential oil. So we know that with constant care and the proper technology and with skilled professionals, that it's possible to produce the oil that we want, the high quality oil that can provide individuals with countless benefits. Though it's a difficult and enormous task to successfully take a simple plant part and turn it into a potent essential oil, having dedicated and experienced professionals at each step of the process makes it possible to truly take advantage of the things that the gift of the earth has to offer. And for me and my essential oil journey, coming from never using more of a holistic approach to now embracing it, and that really being my first line of defense and protection for my family, this became really important for me to understand, to understand the quality control, the potency, knowing that when I'm buying that bottle of frankincense, that it's affecting people in Somalia or in Haiti with the vetiver, and that they truly are getting what they need to most benefit their community. And everybody is getting what they value in exchange for such a valuable essential oil. With that, oh goodness, if you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. Leave a comment in the comment section if you're watching this live in the event tab. If not, feel free to reach out to me at my website. It is mydoterra.com/living better. And you can just email me right there. Or you can go to my YouTube channel, Caroline Lee doTERRA Diamond, and watch a lot more videos. I'm getting ready to just start my Beyond the Basics series, so look for that. Next week it starts if you're in the live group, but all of the recordings will be posted on my YouTube channel. With that, I just want to end with you that I am so grateful to be a part of this wonderful company of doTERRA that has a mission to get essential oils in everybody's hand. But when they do that, they're also trying to make a difference globally with the growers and the distillers and the scientists. And really, they're passionate about education, just like I am. And with that, I hope you'll continue to tune in and to ask questions. Whoever invited you to this webinar, ask questions, get more knowledge, because knowledge comes power. And with that, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you for joining me.